Ching, 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 ching. Best things about being in New Zealand? Love the people, love the culture, love the food, love the weather, love the children. We were brought here to share our culture. And thank you, PDNZ, so much. I love ya.
We've come from the beautiful islands of Fiji, but we are actually from an island that's slightly north of Fiji. It's called Rotuma. So yeah, that's where we call home.
This is how you cook the eggs right, right. Spread love, joy, and peace. See, what you bring the spatula here for? So.
It's a huge privilege to be performing, especially in Auckland, as it's one of the main hubs of Pacific dance and Pacific arts in the world. We've been here a couple times, but this is definitely one of the highlighted times that we've been here.
The festival's been running for 6 years. We open up publicly for submissions and we get submissions from all across the country. We have a huge diverse range of artists who work with us, from very emerging newcomers to the mid-careers to some senior artists, all in the one festival.
For the next one, we're just going to play with some formations, so we'll get rid of the straight line. Malo Lele, my name is Lindsay Muller. I am a Tongan artist. Growing up, I haven't really been like the most confident, so dance has really helped me like come out of my shell. The essence of Pacific dance to me is a safe haven that our generation or our Pacific people can create art, create work, and it's just about bringing everyone up together, you know.
We've got 5 beats for them just to get themselves spaced out, and then we'll bring the lights up and they're ready to bow. We'll go that way.
This festival is a really important festival because it reflects the new New Zealand, the very diverse, very multicultural New Zealand face. There are many Pacific Islanders that live in New Zealand, and we make a huge population, and so I guess you're seeing us on television, on the sports fields, and now you see us in the theatre spaces as well.
Our dancers, you guys are waiting there for a long time. That's not time to wave to mum and dad. You have to be in the moment and let these guys take the attention.
Kia ora, my name is Hadley Powesi. I am the choreographer and director for the Freshmen's Dance Crew.
Don't second guess yourself. Can we go from the breakers, please? 2, 3.
Pacific Dance Festival is so important because it does put Pacific dance in the spotlight.
Style blacker, and 1, 2.
I've travelled around the world, and there is a certain X factor that Pacific artists have. And I think it's because it's in our genes, you know, performing, music, dance, it is in our DNA.
Take a bow, come up the front. Can we push to the back a little bit, yeah?
All of our Pacific rituals and our traditions all revolve around art. And we're not that far removed from us being back on the island, living that Pacific life.
I'll start with braid and solo because it's a bit longer than the duet, and then the duet will come in.
Talofa, my name's Aloli Itapu, and I come from Aotearoa, home of the brave, 274, rough, rugged and raw. This year, me and my friends have developed the performance Leeches. One of the main ideas that we work through in Leeches is how we navigate through a Eurocentric country as Kiwi-born Pasifika people.
So we go boom, 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 boom.
I want people to see themselves in the performance, and if I took this work anywhere in the world, that people can relate to it, because I think that's my responsibility as an artist, is to expand people's, or give them a new insight of what I'm experiencing or my observation of the world.
Thank you, sir. You have a booklet.
It's kind of important that our arts in New Zealand don't remain monotone, that the arts are also reflective of the diversity of our communities, and also reflective of the huge volume of young people that are involved in this art form.
So who's going first though?
Up to you.
Ia rana, my name is Anne and I'm from a Tahitian dance troupe called Titi Yaora. I myself, I'm not Tahitian, I'm part Cook Island. It's kind of similar, not really, but I just love learning about new things, learning new techniques of dance, learning how to make costumes and even the language. I find Tahitian dancing more, I don't want to say sexy. There's a lot of hip movement, and in the songs you'll find that there's a lot of emotion, and it's very fast. You'll find that it's very fast, and it'll probably tire you out from watching it. Within society, culture in general is dying. A lot of the younger generation are losing their native tongue and even being able to express themselves through traditional dance. So I think this festival is important so that they're just aware of the cultures that make New Zealand a diverse country.
What the Pacific Arts has to offer to the New Zealand art form is a new way of thinking and a new way of viewing our world, our terrain. It's also about allowing people to express themselves, and the Pacific people here in Auckland, it's their opportunity to also go and respond and reflect on who they are through the dance scene.
It's nice to have the diversity of the Pacific represented. A lot of times we think of the largest groups or the most prominent groups, but there's so much rich cultural history in the islands, so it's nice to see it.
Oh, I love the performance because it really put me into deep thought about why the Pasifika Festival is so important.
I thought that the dance was quite thought-provoking. It kind of brought up a lot of Pasifika themes, and it kind of just made me think a lot about how the Pacific population is kind of represented in society.
We are all over Tamaki Makaurau. I say that there's a need for it around the world, there's a need for it right here in Auckland City. There's a need for it in all the cities throughout New Zealand. New Zealand is the home of the Pacific. So there should be an amazing dance festival to match.